This content is for informational purposes only. You should not construe any such information or other material as legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. It's very important that you do your own analysis before making any investment decisions. Tell us a little bit about what are some of the downsides of residential real estate investing?
Yeah, so we are in the space of apartment investing. So we acquire large apartment complexes, and that's our investment portfolio. Now let's differentiate, let's put a line between the stocks and apartments, which we focus on. So stocks is really a global market, number one, in that, say, there is an outbreak in China or there's a rally in China about COVID, and it somewhat has an effect on the stock market. It also is a widespread, so like a national, so we have an international effect. There's also a national effect in that news across the US affect the stock market as well. In real estate, is very localized submarket. Take Houston, for example. Say Houston is projected to have the number one population growth in the next 5 years. What that means is more traffic and more population growth, and also job growth. Houston is number 2 in job growth, right? So those are the two economic drivers. So we have a local submarket for our apartments, and then stock is more national and more global. Now, we're talking about negatives in real estate. So like any investment, there are also negatives. So one of the things that is not as favorable in apartments is, say, for example, you are going to be faced with natural calamities, right? So during Harvey, say, for example, so very important to look at if you're analyzing a property, is it in a flood zone, right? Ask your managers, did the apartment flood during Harvey? So that's number one. Also, tenants, right? So there are, the government helps tenants pay for their rent, right, through rental assistance programs, but there are also tenants who are not paying, right? So you may have some tenants already in an apartment, they're not paying, therefore you're not generating income. So that's one of the main issues there. Now, both are preventable. Number one, definitely the first one, flood, you have to have flood insurance. And before you even invest in an asset, make sure it's not in a flood zone. And then second, with regards to the tenants, you have to hire a property manager that will properly screen the tenants before they even accept them to your property. You have to go through a proper screening process to make sure that these are actually paying tenants, because if these are not paying tenants, then we don't have any profit, and then we cannot return money to our investors. But yeah, those are the two ones that commonly come up. I mean, obviously there are some more, but like any investment, there's also risk in apartment building.